She who thrives. Phoenix rising. The true me. The ups and downs crazy in life. So take this journey with me. She who thrives. Yeah. Good morning, sunshines, and welcome back to She Who Thrives, a podcast about women who have faced different adversities in life and have become successful in their own right. Today is going to be our last podcast of the year. So I have Desiree on with me, and I think you guys seen her before. If you didn't, go back and watch that one. She is my assistant, and it's going to be a little bit of a different podcast because it is the last podcast of the year. And at this time, I want to invite you guys basically to come into our little world when at the end of the year, what I do as a business owner, but also as a business owner, how, it also goes into my personal life. So I have to do certain things at the end of the year for the business. So that way I'm on top of everything for the business, but then also whatever I plan for the business also affects me in my personal life. But I also do that with Desiree too, to see what's going on in her life. But we're gonna there's a few topics on here, and we're gonna, because when I was trying to come up with this podcast, they told me to do this by myself. My producer emailed me, was like, prepare to do one by yourself. I'm like, I hate doing it by myself. I feel weird sitting here talking by myself. So I do better when I have somebody. So of course, I default to Desiree. So tell her, she comes with me anyways on my recordings.
Yeah, I just sit in the background, behind the scenes.
So take a footage in the back of this behind the scenes stuff or whatever. So I just tell her to get on with me. So don't be surprised that she's on with me more. I'm gonna be like, Desiree's my co-host. That's it.
When she needs me, I'll just be there.
Yeah. So we have 4 different topics. Did we do 4?
Yeah, we did 4.
Okay, so we have 4 different topics. We don't know which one's which in here.
Nope, because I shuffled them.
The 4 that we have in here are reflecting on the year, manifestation magic, setting empowering goals, and crafting a business budget. Was that it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those are the topics that we have in here. We're going to talk about one of these, and then towards the end, then we'll talk about what's to come and what's ahead for She Who Thrives, the different
2024.
In 2024, because
it's exciting.
I know. I think we're having so much fun doing this creative side.
Yeah, and we were just like in a stance for a while, just like trying to just maintain the business, and then now it's like
we were we were surpassed surviving. We were plateaued for a while.
Yeah, we were just like, okay, we're good with this. And then now we're just like creative.
Yeah, we're doing creative stuff, but there's reasons behind all of that though.
Yeah, there is reasonings. Okay. It's not like it's not for a reason. There's reasonings.
So, we're going to have Desiree choose one and see which one we're going to talk about today.
Oh, we shall see what's the lucky winner.
Hopefully it's the one I really want to talk about.
I shuffled them. So
I don't know. Let's see. You go ahead and choose.
We'll do this one.
All right. So you tell me what it is. We have control, because if we don't like that one, then we might just go to the next one.
Setting empowering goals.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Okay.
She's like, okay, I'll settle for that one.
Yeah, so setting empowering goals. Okay, so let's see, because I actually did a script for each one. So that's why I'm looking through it to see. So, because I will go off on a tangent if I start.
And just talk.
So let me just stay on board. So, and setting empowering goals. That's a good one. There was another. Was that the one that you wanted to
No,
about?
You wanted to do, I think, upcoming changes or like changes.
No,
and
no,
then
that
manifesting, I think, was the other one.
No, the upcoming changes is towards the end. We're still going to talk about that one.
Okay, so then the manifesting.
Because on there it shows what we're going to talk about.
I mean, I don't know if you can read it, but
oh my God,
I just see.
As I age, I can't see very well, so I I got contacts. I can't see from far, but I guess I'm starting not to be able to see from close. Okay. So setting empowering goals. It's the first one is clarifying your vision. The first step is setting empowering goals. The first step in setting empowering goals is to clarify your vision. What do you want to achieve? Whether it's personal growth, career milestones, or lifestyle changes, a clear and vivid vision serves in your journey. Okay.
That's a lot.
So that's a lot, yeah. So
you lost me after number 2,
okay.
whatever you said.
What do you want to achieve? So we're gonna use Shiafo as
what we want to achieve with Shiafo.
Yeah. Okay. So Shiafo, for those of you who do not know what Shiafo, I own a business called JBP Accounting Inc. and we are doing business as Shiafo. Reasons why one day I'll come and say, but right now, no. So we're really hitting the ground running with Shiafo and putting it out there. Shiafo is a fractional CFO company that is geared to women in the arts and business industry.
And beauty.
And beauty. What did I say? I said business. I said arts and business, but it's arts and beauty industry. So us we were really out there with JBP Accounting. A lot of people know me, Janell Pena. Switched over to Janell Borrero's my maiden last name. And we're really doing Shiafo. Why? Because we love the beauty industry. We love the arts industry. It gives us a way of
like a little outlet in our way.
In a creative outlet, because we both are creative. We like being in that world. You like the makeup, all of that. I just started really learning how to put makeup, and I'm 43, guys.
She'll call me, be like, "Does this look good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're doing really good at it."
A lot. So with Shiafo, so this at this time of year, I usually sit down and declutter my email. Oh, but before I'm like, fast forward there. Towards the ending of December, we don't work the last week of December. And I don't know why I'm talking all kind of crazy today. The last week of December, we do not work. We usually look at maybe like the Thursday before. Is it the Thursday
It's
before?
the Thursday.
It's a few days before
we normally like
Christmas.
I think Thursday we'll do like our little like outing, and then we'll have off Friday.
We usually do the outing like on Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But
so we look at every year we look to see when Christmas falls. And then based off of when Christmas falls is when we go ahead and take time off. Then taking that time off, this year I think our last day of work is that Thursday prior to Christmas. And then we don't go back to work till the 2nd of January.
It's okay. I still see her. I see her on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. But we're not working.
No, but I still see her.
Yeah. So then, although we're not, I'm technically
You're
working.
Still working. Yeah.
Although we're not in the office, I'm starting to prep for the new year. And starting November to December, I'm really trying to figure out what we're going to do for the whole 2024. And I do this every single year so that way I can prep, because once we get back from Christmas,
we're kind of like foggy, and we're just like
not only that, it's tax season.
Tax season.
It's tax season, and then we're on tax season until April. It's not so busy in the beginning, but we're working on stuff because there's a lot of things that I have to get have to do for my clients in January. So once I get back, I'm working on that, and I'm
to start prepping them and get
busy
them
till
ready
April, right? And then I'm busy till April 15th. It calms down. And then I'm still working on people that are on extension. So I like to November and December so that way I can plan out for the whole year ahead.
So it's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because it gets overwhelming at times. I know like once like April 15th or like April 13th, I am done clocking out.
Yeah, I usually try to do it a few days before so that way I'm not in the office till late. But again, that's setting boundaries with my clients that I have to make sure it gets done, because if not, it's due the 15th, or I think this one was the 17th, but it was if it's due that day, a lot of people try to send me their stuff on that due date
and expect it
and
done.
then expect for me to have it done, and it's not going to happen. Just don't do that.
Like, you knew the deadline. You had all these months.
So I usually sit that last week that I'm not in the office and I'm not taking phone calls or anything like that. I work on decluttering my email and getting rid of emails that I don't need. And then I start working on our goals and really actually writing it down, because goals are always in my mind of what I want to do in the next year. And I'm always bouncing
You just always make a
ideas
lot
off
of goals
yeah,
too.
yeah.
If you keep them in your mind, you lose track of like what you kind of want to accomplish.
So I have to try to write them down. So this is a time that I really write it down. So I'll write down the goals. I've worked on vision boards before, manifestation list. And so this all goes into play with your actual goals and how you're going to achieve certain things. So you know, that vision. So what do we have? What's our vision for CFO?
Honestly, I feel like our vision, in my opinion, is just us really going out there and reaching to these women and really giving them what they need and deserve for their business. Because a lot of them, you know, just as any person kind of going into a business, they just know they want to make money and they know how to kind of do it, but they don't know how to like navigate through everything. And I feel like with you, it's helping them navigate their business and like helping them keep them on track. Because you know, we have clients that, again, like they only know how to do is make the money. They don't really know how to like.
With a lot of our clients, but a lot of the times too in the beauty and arts industry, what I seen is that people know they're not savvy with the numbers, so they come in and they say, "Yes, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you." Yeah. They take their money and they don't help them.
Yeah.
So they
take advantage of them.
They take advantage of them. And it's really frustrating because when I go in and they tell me these stories, it's like, it's harder for me. I feel bad because they've been taken advantage of. But then also I get upset at the fact that people are making us look bad. So that
us as the accounting sides and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it's kind of hard.
And I think that's why, like, too, we are very we communicate with our clients, you know, any questions that they really have, or if we need to reach out to them, we do it. It's not going to be like, you know, when we finally need the things that we need from them, it's last minute, we're kind of rushing them. Like we kind of, you know, we're very vocal with them and just kind of what to expect from them and communicate like, hey, we need this, that, and the third. Is there any questions or concerns that you have? You know, kind of. Because I feel like a lot of the other things was a lot of people in their industries, they don't feel like they can communicate to their accountants and communicate with them of what problems they feel like they're having. They're kind of scared to do that.
I don't intimidate them. Yeah. They know that they come to me. They're able to come to me with anything. I mean, they can text me, they can email me, they can call me. But also coming in and relating with them. I go in being myself. So I think I've told people when you talk about an accountant, a lot of the times, you know, an accountant, they think an older white guy. So when I show up, they're like, what?
The heck? Older white guy with boxes of just receipts. I remember like going with my mom when I was younger to her accountant's house in Chicago. And it was just like, boxes of receipts.
I refused that though. I did not want that to happen. So that's why I trained my clients. I just remember
being little and just seeing boxes and like.
We have one that we have to deal with boxes, but
like
that's
we
it.
get to shred them after and the boxes go. It's not cluttered. Like I remember, I like obviously my mind is foggy as a childhood. I just remember seeing boxes and receipts, and my mom would always keep the receipts in her purses. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
I hate that. Like if you're able to just scan them and put them away, and that's it. It's gonna be the best thing. So our vision for CFO is the sponsor of this podcast, She Who Thrives. So that's the reason why I went ahead and chose that. So because She Who Thrives also coincides with CFO. So our vision for CFO is to have these women succeed, and that's part of the vision of She Who Thrives. And because I've seen so many women in different walks of life trying to succeed in business, but one of the biggest things that they lack is the financial part. So that's the reason why I wanted to do what I'm doing right now. And it's like for a very long time, that vision wasn't where it's at right now. So now I have that clear vision.
I think it was more you just knew you wanted to help.
I wanted to help,
people.
but it was a broader spectrum or whatever, however. But now is I narrowed I
who
know
you want to
who
help.
I want to help and who appreciates that help from me. So now it's like, okay, women in the arts and beauty industry. And that's where our vision for CFO, but then our vision for She Who Thrives, it's much bigger. But it's all exciting stuff. So that vision is women. And then from helping women on the podcast and also in the business, I want to be able for us to give back to the girls that are, I don't want to say troubled lifestyle, but a harder lifestyle that they're trying to figure out themselves and be that mentor for them. Because one of the questions I ask people on the podcast is, do you feel successful? And I feel successful when I'm constantly helping other people. It doesn't matter the amount of money. As long as I have a roof over my head and food in my tummy, I'm good.
Right.
So I want to be able to give that back. So I think that's the vision that I have for us with CFO and She Who Thrives is giving back.
Saying that you wanted to like get grants and stuff like that so you can help those people those women that do want to start something but kind of don't have the financial resources to do it, but they have like that goal as well.
But not only because they still got to work hard for their stuff.
Of course, yeah.
But they allow. Okay, so when many entrepreneurs go into the business, they do lack the financial part, and they try to cut corners with the accounting side, because it's an expense. So they try to do the accounting themselves.
Yeah, and then they end up messing it up.
They end up messing it up, or they get audited, and they have this big bill, and all of these things. I've seen all this happen. But the main thing is that they don't have the financial means to have a good accountant, or they'll go to someone that does their taxes but never done their accounting.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to go after those grants to be able to, because I can only do so much out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
But I do want to have those grants to be able to say, okay, this is a service I'm providing, and I'm providing it to you for free. Why? Because we were able to obtain these grants. So that's where we're at. That's the vision that I have for both CFO and She Who Thrives, that we're going to be helping, giving back, and having, all this, hopefully all these grants that I'm applying for, that it does come through. So that way we can be able to flourish and not worry about where money's gonna come from. I'm gonna make it happen regardless. But that is our vision. That's like has been so clear to me, and throughout all of these years hasn't really been clear.
I feel like this year became like super clear. I just remember sitting down and we were just like sitting and talking about, okay, what is it that we want to do, especially after like the divorce and everything, because it was like at that time it was like, I think, it needed to happen so you can figure out like the poll I did yesterday. What did this year teach you, or what you did yesterday? The post I had made of the life lesson that you're learning right now, and it's your purpose. So like
that was my answer. She posted a question. What was the question again?
What is life teaching you right now?
And then I answered my purpose. Like
so
now,
it's like now you're getting your purpose, and like, okay, and you're sticking to it, because your mind kind of sometimes be everywhere.
But this one I've been really
this one
sticking
you've been
to
adamant with it, and you're just like, I want to accomplish this.
Guys, I have like I think I have ADHD. I don't know.
No, she
but
does.
It's just like I'm constantly, especially when I'm driving, it's like so many ideas are coming to my head. It's an entrepreneur thing, because the ideas are always coming. And
I think you said last time you wanted to record yourself while driving and just like
spit out everything that because if not, I have to stop and write. But it's so hard because it flow. I've taken you on rides with me and have you write what I was actually talking, what was coming to my head.
When we drove to Tampa, I think, and when we drove to Miami. I think that's what
We had purpose why we were going to Tampa and Miami. We didn't just go just to go. But
wait.
no, we had purpose for both.
Yeah.
We didn't go just to go.
Well, yeah, there was a purpose for Miami.
And so was Tampa too.
But then we got piercings.
Oh yeah, but that was other things. But there was purpose for both.
Behind it, yeah.
It wasn't like we just got in the car and we ended up in Miami.
No. I think the only time we did that was recently when we went to Titusville. You just like, you knew something was up with me and you're like,
yeah,
let's go to the beach. And I was like,
okay. So that's what I do is like things happen in my head and it just flows. And it's like, it doesn't stop when I'm traveling. That's what helped too when I was actually writing the book was when I traveled.
You would go on like rides and stuff like that. I remember you would, when you were writing the book, you would go for drives and stuff and sit by the lake and kind of just while the drive was happening, you would think about everything.
There was a study about it that.
But I feel like driving too, especially when you're driving alone, you have that time of quietness and to really
they
think.
say that a lot of people when they go travel, if they don't have Wi-Fi in the phone or whatever, they get a lot of work done. That's when their creative mind.
I feel like once a month or like every other month, like as a person, we should like just disconnect from the world. Like literally, have you seen like those they're like the shipping containers and they like make them nice and they have a bed and everything and just like disconnect, like away from the phone, away from everything.
Okay, that's smart goal setting. That's a goal. We have to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. That's what we have to do. So very specific, it's measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Yeah. So when you said it, I want to do the bright line.
Yeah, you've been saying you want. I know. Before they even opened, I know we were talking about looking into the business. They had like a business
but we don't
thing.
have enough like employees. I think it's more for bigger, bigger companies or whatever.
I know you said you wanted to take a little train ride and just like take our laptops or a notebook and just really like kind of go over everything.
Because I'm telling you, my mind just goes and goes and goes and goes. The amount of ideas that come to my head is crazy.
Oh, we have talking about a lot. Like, yeah, we've talked about a lot. I remember we talked about, what is it, once a year going on trips. Like just that'll be our goal.
Did I go on any trips this last year? I haven't gone anywhere.
No.
Have I flew? Yes, I did.
Chicago
to Connecticut.
And Connecticut.
Chicago in the beginning of the year, and then Connecticut
you didn't
for
go to
a wedding.
Puerto Rico.
I did go to Puerto Rico.
Did you?
Yeah, I went with Vanessa.
You're right. I was thinking of the last time. With Nana and them.
So I did travel today, somewhat.
Today,
I mean this year. I did travel. So it was Chicago, then Puerto Rico, and then Connecticut.
I traveled.
I haven't gone
Chicago.
anywhere.
No.
Besides, I mean, we went to St. Petersburg and did like a long weekend, but it wasn't on a plane.
Yeah.
I took my Bam Bam for his little vacation.
He had a blast.
He did. He
needed it more than she did, honestly.
Yeah. So that's goal setting with that. So we need to, what was it?
I think it was last year, maybe sometime this year that we had spoken about it, where when it was just me and you. Now we have more employees, so I don't know how that would go, but we had talked about getting our passports and then just like traveling.
I got my passport.
Okay, well, I don't. It was before you got yours.
And I got my global entry.
Yeah, you're clear or whatever.
My TSA pre-check. My global entry, and I haven't left the country. When's the last time I left the country? 2017 when I went to the Dominican Republic.
I think we had talked about leaving the country and just like doing like a way out of the country, like a business trip. Remember, because we were joking about it and we're like, it's a write-off.
Yeah, we need to do like that can be another go. You see, what is it? There's a lot of the girls that do like those healing stuff to go and either. I don't want to ever do a cruise. Don't give me a cruise. I don't want to ever do a cruise again.
I know. I don't know. No, we didn't look at it for this week.
I want to go to Costa Rica.
We didn't look at it for this week. What? The bath.
The sound bath.
Yeah.
She doesn't do them during the week. It's usually she does them on the weekend. Unless we try to ask to do it just you and I.
Oh, yeah.
Because last time I did it, it was just a personal. It was a private thing. Yeah. But she only did it on Saturdays. So it's like Saturday morning.
Yeah, I know. because I think we were trying to figure out. Normally for holidays, we try to do like an outing, like the Wednesday or Thursday.
So
like,
I
whatever.
don't like to do gifts or anything like that.
She
I
likes
am
experiences.
I love making memories is what it is, and creating memories. So I'll do, and I do it with her, do
But everybody,
now with everybody,
honestly,
even
like even
family,
Abel.
yeah, with everybody. I don't, it's not something, if I give you a gift, it's because there's meaning behind it. There
Yeah.
has to be a meaning behind
I
the
think
gift.
the only gift you got me was the chocolate heart for my birthday that one year. Remember?
The chocolate heart. It was the cake.
No,
I
it wasn't
did.
a cake.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I
you
did
got
a
me a
cake.
cake too.
It
You
was
got
the
me.
heart, the breakable
Yeah,
heart.
you got me that and a cake.
I don't remember the cake.
I think you got me. Did you get me?
I thought it was the
I
cake,
don't
but
know.
no, it was the
It was
heart.
a heart that I was like trying to
Uh-huh.
break it.
And she likes sunflowers. Oh, I gave you cups with the sunflowers.
Yeah. But
that was just like a random
honestly,
thing.
that was random, and it was funny because it was, I think, like a year, and you were like, "This is for when you get into your apartment." And I literally, when I
manifested it.
When I moved, I was like, "I'm taking my cups with me," and I still have those cups.
You see, I manifested it for you.
It's like I'm out.
So we have the few goals of one of the biggest goals that we have to do is get more clients. Well, my main thing is to get CFO's name out there even more.
Yeah.
JPP is out there, but
doing good with it. We wrote down a lot of prospects. We just need to actually accomplish them and go and speak to them like you want to.
So that's one of the goals, is to get that. Another is to be able to get out of the office more so we can have our creative minds work. So although, yes, I have my master's in business administration and master's in accounting, financial management, and I'm an enrolled agent and all this stuff.
I
and
do
whatever.
all of these things.
I do have that creative mind, and I just kind of like put it to the side for a long time. And now, breaking out of my shell and doing this podcast and doing all of this other stuff, it's just like I'm loving it, and I'm just trying to mesh it all together.
You just got comfortable with yourself for a while. You would just be home. I think you got
I'm still homebody.
Yes, but you've gotten, compared to before, you've gotten way more comfortable actually going out and venturing out. I
ventured out before, but I'm still a homebody.
Yeah, duh.
I'm such a homebody. I think it's that whole introvert thing, though. So
you need time to recharge. That's what it is.
Yeah. So we have those few goals already, which I didn't even write them down, but I have them.
You weren't.
I know. So let's see. What's the next one? We broke them down. So how we broke those down, breaking down goals into actionable steps. So what was the goals? We forgot the goals already.
I thought you remembered them. The goals is
no, the goals is, one of them is to put our name out there, CFO.
Yeah.
And also She Who Thrives. So we're trying to do both. I'm trying to do both at the same time, basically. She Who Thrives, I have done networking events, and there's quite a few people that have, reached out to me so they can be on the podcast. So it's pretty dope. And
that means it's getting out there like we want it to. That's one of the goals that literally people are listening and they want to join in on what we're trying to accomplish.
And then also with CFO, putting that name out there and the concept behind it, which quite a few people are like, oh my God, I like that. CFO is also, one of the major goals for CFO is trademarking the name. So that's already application in and all of that stuff. So those actions of more of coming out of my shell and going more onto networking events and really sitting on panels.
Before you would shy away from networking events, but it was because of men. And
not only because of men,
it's just I don't think you were just comfortable.
One of the biggest thing is the vision wasn't clear.
Yeah.
And I think now that we have that clear vision, that mission,
how to go into
I know, and now
events.
I have more of that confidence. Yeah. I built the business, and I knew, accounting and taxes, people need it no matter what. So it's okay, I'm always going to have money coming in, but it was I wasn't 100% fulfilled because my purpose. What was my purpose? I was trying to figure out my purpose. And now I think that I know what my purpose is, and that's how I'm able to do the vision for both. And able to come up with the exact goals. Like it's down to the T. I know exactly what I want to do.
Oh, you have the vision. The literally, this
Mhm.
is her notebook, and she has the
I
vision.
should have brought it.
Your
So a
vision.
few months ago,
This was even before you even started it.
Yeah.
Like you just are like, Des, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, great. How are we gonna start it?
Yeah. So a few months ago, I write everything on a notebook.
Mhm.
I don't know why I don't have a notebook now, and I write with a pencil because I've typed for so many years, and I do 10 key. One of my first jobs was in a bank, so 10 key was a big thing. So my hand does hurt when I try to write. So pencil is easier for me. So I took this notebook, I put exactly what I was thinking. I'm not the best drawer, and I just drew it on here.
She became an architect.
An artist. So I put it on here, and it says exactly what I want.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, all right, so how am I going to get this? So I drew this. So this was the goal. This was the whole thing that I drew was my goal. And I put the different sections of what I wanted. And at that time, I didn't know about SHIFO yet. It was just JBP accounting still. And I said, taxes, anything that related to taxes in one area, anything that related to accounting in one area, anything to do with business in one area, and then anything with creative, with podcast, book, public speaking into a different area. And I want to be able to hire someone to help in those areas.
Be directors of those areas.
In the middle was like this long table. And I say, eventually I'm going to get a bigger office, whether it's by my own building or whatever, and be able to do all of this. And I really want, men don't kill me. I really want women to be an all-woman staff. Why? Because there's a lot of women that stop their careers because of, their spouses or kids and stuff like that. I want to be able to have that work-life balance so that way.
I think we even spoke about having a daycare there so that it's easy for the women that do have
kids to be able to say, that they don't have to call in sick or whatever because they have a sick child or the child can't go to daycare. They're like, you know what, you can bring them here or whatever. I mean, Desi does it with sometimes with her son. And, I always end up getting sick when he's sick because he coughs in my face all the time. But
it's because she's giving him kisses.
He sneezes in my face. So
but he also, when he's there, he wants to be with you.
Yeah.
In your office.
So I have all of this, and it's like, it's coming to life. True. It's coming to life.
And it's crazy.
I've manifested, although we're talking about setting empowering goals, but it's like I manifested what I wanted. And it's just like after that, it was like doom, 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 doom. Like I didn't plan to roll out a podcast.
No, it was that was very random.
Once I wrote it down on that paper, was just like, okay, how can I do this podcast? Because I don't know how to do it.
She's like, I don't like speaking.
I don't like being in front of cameras. I don't like attention on me. I don't like any of that. So it's like, how am I going to do this?
Out of your comfort zone, literally. I remember like, even in the beginning, you were like, you're going to watch them and you're going to say yes or no to these edits. And then now you're doing it.
Now I do the own
like, I don't have to do that because you do it. Literally, they'll send it, and then she's on it. And I'm like, okay. Well, then I won't watch it, I guess. Like, I'll watch it. No,
you still watch it.
I watch it, but I don't, like, say the yes or no's now. Or, like, the edits and stuff. Because I'm like, you already beat me to the punch.
Okay.
She's still my job.
But no, it's because I download it and then I start making TikToks and the reels from it too.
Yeah.
So,
but for a while you were uncomfortable just hearing your own voice and seeing yourself. I remember you were just okay with listening to the audio. You didn't want to really see the YouTube video. You're just like, oh, I don't want to.
And if you guys don't know why I didn't want to, you got to go back to probably the first episode, and it'll explain to you why. But yeah, I've grown from that, and it's just like coming out of my comfort zone
and everything.
But it was because I wish I had that notebook.
Yeah, like the notebook that just had everything that you just like were like, this is what I want to do. And I remember you just literally calling me to the office, and you were just like, here.
And I still have it. Like I literally
I think
have
that
not get
notebook,
rid
we're
of
going to
that
have
notebook.
to frame it.
I'm
We're
gonna.
have to
That's a good
frame that
idea.
notebook.
That is so. I still gotta frame my book.
Mm-hmm.
I want to frame that notebook. Well, at least that page,
Mm-hmm.
because manifestation, like that's one thing I have done. Every year is sitting down and manifesting a lot. I actually was looking through my manifestation notebook, and I got rid of everything. I don't know why. And I don't know if it was because of what I went through last year
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't care to even look at it anymore because it didn't
I
make
think
sense
you
for me no
had
more.
new manifestations and different goals and different perspective than what you already had.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why you just
I
got
know
rid of
one
it.
of them was me being an author, and I accomplished that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty dope. And I don't know what else I put. Like I was like, what have I done? I used to do vision boards.
Yeah.
And I used to put it on my wall when I woke up. That was the first thing that I would see.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably had 90% of the stuff that was on that vision board. And then I did it again the following year. But I didn't do it on just regular board. Like I had to make it look pretty. I got
magazines, cut
out the magazines and put it.
print out
it was,
pictures, all of it.
It was really cute. I put it around. I did it differently. But and
It's
then
the
after that, I
creative.
did it the manifestation list, and I stood with the manifestation list because I put that, I don't know, it felt better when I was writing it and what I wanted and then put it away. But I knew I didn't visualize it every day. I didn't see it as a reminder, but writing it, I already knew.
There.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would do the manifestation for the business. So I did different sections. I would do manifestation for business, manifestation for personal, and manifestation for both. And I will, because at the end of the day, whatever I decide in the business is gonna affect the personal for myself and for you, and now our other employees. So I will write everything down, and I can't find that paper. Like, where did it go? So I don't know. I may probably put it away, or I threw it away when I was going through the whole situation from last year. But when I wrote that, in that notebook and seeing the different sections of what I wanted, that now that the podcast has came to light and it's like, this is pretty dope. And then the book, and then actually them inviting me to sit on a panel and then speaking on different things. It's like, this is pretty dope because literally last year, none of this was happening because I don't remember when I wrote all this out. Mm-hmm. It was probably mid-year.
Yeah.
Because we launched this, September 14th. We started recording some probably in August or something, but then I was sick. Bam Bam was sick, and then I got sick. So it was a long process. Yeah, it was mid-year when I wrote it out. And then I held myself accountable, but then I also reached out to a mentor, and
I remember you would speak. Yeah.
Like, I literally showed it to her, and it's like, how can you help me get this done? Mm-hmm. And she's like, this is pretty cool. All right, so what are we going to do? So I already had the taxes. I already have the accounting. I already have the business side. It was the creative side that I was missing. But then now it was just trying to grab the staff, the team, the right team to that have the same mission, same vision as I do, to be able to get to our next step. Because anyone that's in the business industry know that you don't do this by yourself. You don't get to the next step and grow as a company by yourself. You need help. Yeah. And you need to be able to delegate. And it's hard for a lot of people to let go. But I really rely on all of you guys. So knowing what you guys want too, knowing what your goals are, helps me to know which direction we're going, because it's not just a me thing, it's all of us. Yeah. So we started talking about setting goals and we went straight to manifestation. Like, you see, we were talking about but I think it just coincides with everything.
Yeah, because manifesting, you manifest it. I feel like that's how you did it. You manifested it. You made the goals for it. And then now you're accomplishing it.
And then now I'm accomplishing it. Like, I'm really taking the steps to get to where I want, and really like not letting anything hold me back. I played small for a very long time because I was making other people feel more superior or help not downplay somebody else, and that I downplayed
kind
myself.
of validated them as opposed to validating yourself.
Right. So now it's just like, no, I have this power and I'm going to be able to do it. I just have to figure it out and figure out where I'm going to go. I teach people how to run a business. I teach people how to keep, their finances in order. I teach like, all right, now I got to really set this example for everybody else, all my clients, to know that I'm able to go from here to bigger things. So all my clients they're pretty in awe with me too, with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But accountability and support. It's the community. I have a community with not only my team, but also with colleagues and mentors that, and also my boyfriend too, that he's supportive with what I'm doing. But they also hold me accountable for everything that I'm doing. Like, I'm not slacking. I know you're one to hold me accountable, and I hold you accountable for stuff, whether it's the business, personal, whatever. But accountability and support is one thing. Celebrating milestones. Oh my God. I think
it's hard for you to really do that. I think, like, especially with the launch and everything. I know at first you were just so like, no, I don't want it. I don't want to be. I'm like, no, this is an accomplishment you did. And you're just like, well, then plan it. And I'm like, like, just celebrate yourself. Whether we do a dinner or we do this big launch, you need to celebrate yourself. And I had to kind of like make you like realize like, okay, yeah, I do need to celebrate myself for everything that I have accomplished since like manifesting it. Like,
I'm making funny faces. If the camera's not on me and she's talking, I'm making funny faces. But I don't like attention.
But you enjoyed the launch.
I did enjoy the launch. It was also my birthday. So I did. I kept it small because I didn't want a lot of people around.
But now look at, like, yesterday we had the conversation and you're like, I want to do an annual thing now, right? So now
there goes
it got
the other goal. We have an annual thing for our clients.
It got you to want to, like,
because I see the different connections that were made that night.
And I think you were just kind of like, oh. But I feel like I do that too, where I kind of don't want to get out that comfort zone and go kind of, do things. And you gotta like do it. And I'm like, but I don't wanna. I'm just a baby. Like, stop.
Adapting to change. So guys, I have it in order, but I do things completely differently because of I swear to God, I have ADHD. So I can't do things in order that people want me to do it. I just do it the way I feel like doing it. Adapting to change. I think I'm so good at that. Like, I can adapt to change quickly. Do I like change? No, I don't think a lot of people like change. Really, but I adapt. I adapt very quickly. I pivot very quickly. I'm like, something happens. Say for instance, like a client lets me go and it's one of high I think you're then
like, okay, what's my next step?
Oh my God. I probably dwell in it probably an hour or two. I probably swear every swear word in the book. And then it's like,
I'll
okay.
Hear you.
But then
you'll literally sit and you'll tell me, you'll be like, okay, so this client is thinking about this. And all right, so let me think about what we got to do next and figure it out. And then I'm going to come to you.
But then the ones that have gone,
like, okay.
They're not in my vision or mission or anything like that. So it's like, okay,
cool.
I can let them
Thank
go.
you. Nice having you.
So aligning the goals with our values. Like, I'm not, what is it? I don't want to say let go of our values, but I'm not settling. So these are my values. And if you're not on board with me, then you know what? You can
find somebody that is going to be on board with you.
Else, right? So those are the same. This is with the podcast, with the business, with both.
I think it's podcast, business, personal, all of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's if you're not. I'm not going to say on the same level, but it's more of like, if your vision isn't the same as mine, I know where to kind of put you in my life. you know?
Yeah, but the
And it's the
values
same
is too.
with
One
business.
one of the examples with values is clients that come to me and they want to do a a uh, a fraudulent tax return.
Oh, those are so
Those are
annoying. I
values. So I
hate I
don't
hate when they come to you and like kind of like,
yeah.
do you think you can no. No, go away. Go
I
find
say
somebody
no. I'm
else.
not gonna,
Risk
one
your
is
name and
I'm
your
a
reputation and
yeah,
everything.
but I also have I practice in front of the IRS as an enrolled agent. That designation is too important to me to
And you done
even
spent
lose
a
that for
lot of money
anybody.
and a lot of classes
Hmm.
and time to sit and get where you are to then no.
So that is that's a value that I would
Mhm.
not jeopardize for anybody. I don't care. They'd be like, oh, I can help, I can pay. No, I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's been a hard no for me. And, clients like that, I don't care to lose. I really don't.
Yeah. I don't think you even put them as clients, honestly. You won't take them.
No.
You just be like, okay.
So let's see. Because we did jump around everywhere. We jumped around. So here, okay, so we have the clear vision and then the smart goal setting. And I always tell everybody, um, you have to be one is specific with it, but also be realistic with your goals. Because if you're not realistic, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
And I hate that. Like, even when it comes down to budgets, when I'm helping my clients with their budget,
Oh, and they don't stay on like
not
the
that they
plan.
don't stay on, is that they're inflating their numbers and say, I'm going to get to this because blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, realistically, is this true? Is this possible?
Right.
Can you make this amount of money with just one person on your team? That's where it's not that.
I kind of be realistic with your goals and your vision.
Right, but people be like, oh, you're a Debbie Downer. It's not a Debbie Downer. It's just you have to be realistic. How many, I mean, I can go into the whole thing with that, but just be very realistic with your goals
And your vision.
and then prioritize and focus. You really have to be focused. That's why writing it down, you're going to see it on paper, or even if you do the vision board, you'll see it visually. You'll be able to focus on, okay, this is what I need to do. And then have that plan. Like, all right, if you are going to, for example, become a speaker of something, you have to be like, okay, how can I get to that point?
Yeah.
For a while, I did Toastmasters, or I did voluntarily taught other, classes and stuff so that I can be in front of people and try to take that fear of, having a fear of speaking. So I was able to do that. So I can try to get to where I'm at now. And the last podcast, or the 2 podcasts before, I was saying I need to be very cautious with the And
so I feel like it's something natural. Honestly.
That's a goal.
Yeah, a goal to accomplish, to not say so much. But I feel like a lot of people do it just subconsciously.
So then the next one is aligning your goals with your values.
Yeah, we do that.
Adapting to change, celebrating milestones, and then accountability and support. I think that's one of the biggest things with me. And this is something that I do too with Sheaful when I do a budget with my clients. It's a lot more of accountability and that support, because you can't sit down and just do your own budget.
Yeah.
One, people don't know how to actually do it and how to start. But then another, when they do it, it's like, who's going to hold them accountable for it?
Yeah. I think that's another thing, is that you hold your clients accountable.
I stalk my clients.
Yeah.
I stalk
be
them
like, why
on social
did you
media.
Do this and that and hold
if
on.
I see that they spent something, I was like, what happened there? Where'd you get the money for that? Or if they're hiring someone and I didn't know that, like, that was not talked about. So I do pay attention to social media
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I pay attention to social media. If I have to go out there every week, I will go out there every week. So yeah, but that's the accountability and support. But then I have my own people
too.
Oh yeah, they love it.
Yeah, like a lot of other companies that they've probably gone with don't hold them accountable. They kind of just let them,
do their thing,
figure it
and
out.
then once a month they talk with them. So our goals for right now is, one, my personal goal is Stop umming. What's your personal? Just choose one.
A personal goal? I don't know.
Just choose one. Anyone that comes to mind.
I don't think I have a personal goal right now. I have to
Girl,
really
we
sit
need to
and
work
go
on
through
that
my
because you
goals.
need to do goals.
I need to do goals.
Maybe that can be what we're gonna do for Thanksgiving.
Girl, you think I want to work on my goals?
Yes.
That should be Christmas. That should be our Christmas.
Okay,
thing,
so
'cause that's a
my
New Year
other
thing.
goal besides saying my other goal is to make her have goals.
Oh, okay, your goal is to make me have goals.
Yeah, we need to sit down and have you make goals.
Yeah.
Because you can't go into 2024 without goals.
Without a goal. Yeah.
I don't care what goal it is, but we're gonna get goals.
Yeah, I need to sit and figure that out. I think it's more I have a lot. I just don't I have to put it into writing. I'm like you in that aspect. I have to write it down.
Okay, so we're gonna work on your goals. And then so our business goal is to get She a Full and She Who Thrives out there more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got our goals. Yeah. Except your personal goals.
Except mine. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. I have them. I just don't have them.
Okay.
I feel like I've been accomplishing a lot of personal goals though. Like remember one is standing up for myself and actually get comfortable just I feel like I've worked on that a lot.
On that, yeah. You're still working on it.
But I feel like I have grown a lot compared to how I used to be. I've grown a lot, I used to pop off.
Okay.
And now I don't. I'm more mature.
Okay.
A goal accomplished.
All right. So we got our goals. Now you guys have to have your goals.
You guys should comment your goals.
That would be a really good idea to see if you comment your goals
and
a
share
few
them.
of your goals, and so that way you can share that with us and we can hold you accountable. You guys are going to hold us accountable.
Make sure we do our goals.
And this time next year, we're going to sit down and look back. I will look back on this one and see what we said because I'm sure we'll probably forget.
Forget it for sure.
And then
if we accomplished it.
See if we accomplished it, and then we hold each other accountable and see why we didn't accomplish it if we did it. But I always say,
there's a reason as to why, sometimes too, why we didn't accomplish it. Maybe we changed our vision or navigation and yeah.
All right. So I want to see the journey of everybody goal setting. Yes. Put it in the comments, and that way we can hold everybody accountable for it.
Mm-hmm. Yay, we can sit and stalk them and see if they're really doing it. We'll put our stalking service to use.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on She Who Thrives. Please, please, please like, share, subscribe, and review. Once you review, I am reading all of that, so that way it can help me know what I'm going to put on to the next time. And thank you for tuning in.